Hi everyone, this is Gwen Shapira at Confluent, and today I want to show you how you can easily spin up a Kafka cluster in Confluent Cloud, then use that to get events from Wikipedia, use KSQL to enrich the events, write them to Google's BigQuery for some additional processing, all in under 5 minutes. So let's get started. First, we need to grab a cluster. So let's log into Confluent Cloud. And you can see that I already have a bunch of clusters already here, but suppose that I want to add a new cluster. I click on Add Cluster, I give it a name, let's say my new cluster. I say that I want to have it on Google Cloud Platform because eventually I want to use Google BigQuery. I can select the region and the availability. I see how much it's going to cost. I click Continue. It again asks me to confirm the pricing, and I launch the new cluster. Now I get a bunch of explanations on how to install Confluent Cloud CLI and how to configure it, how to initialize it. Very important to follow all the instructions, create the API key, but since I already did all that, I can just go ahead and start playing with my cluster. So first thing I may want to do is create a topic. Say cloud, topic, create, -t, the topic name. Let's say my new topic. And here we go. I have a new topic. Now, suppose that I want to find it. I just need to list my topics. Now you'll see that this is a ready cluster, so I actually have quite a few topics over here, but here is my new topic. Now, the next thing I naturally want to do is try to produce some events to my new topic. So, cloud produce -t, my new topic. And I can start writing in some events. When I'm done writing events, I do Control-C and exit. Now I want to consume events and see that I actually got them, right? So cloud consume -b, because I want to start from the beginning of the topic, not just new events, -t, my new topic. And it takes a few seconds and you'll see the events. Here we go. We processed exactly one message. Now this is all fun and games. As you can see, we are under a minute and we're already using Kafka. But now let's do something more serious, like getting events out of Wikipedia. For that, we're going to use Connect. And I'm going to use Confluent Control Center to manage my connectors. And you can see here that I already have 2 connectors pre-configured. I have a replicator if I want to copy data from another cluster, maybe I have something on AWS, and I have the Wikipedia connector. Now it is stopped, so let's go take a look. You can see the class name for Wikipedia, and more important, you can see that I have a list of IRC channels where I'm getting the Wikipedia updates from. This is the IRC server, and we gave our bot a name. All those events will be written to Kafka topic Wikipedia. So let's start our connector. And since we have a running connector now, let's validate that it's running. You can see the connector is running. Let's take a look at some of the events we're writing to Kafka. So I'm going to topics, and you can see here the Wikipedia topic. And I can do inspect. And you can see these are live messages getting written to Kafka right now. So you can see this is written to channel English Wikipedia, and this is the username, Aaron something, and this is the URL that he's editing, etc. So you can see all the data live. If you want to see new update, you just click on the new messages and it refreshes the page for you. If you're curious about the schema, you can go to the schema and inspect exactly what fields exist. So you have this nice user experience right here. Now, it's nice that we can see the topic and we can see the topic lists and we see all the details. But one of the things that you'll notice as we look at the events is that you see the channel name. It has this kind of language, right? It's FR and EN and RU. You can see all those things in different languages, but we have to guess. It just says the channel name. It doesn't actually say the language. But we have another topic that has the languages in it. So if we look at Wikipedia language map, this actually has all the languages. So what I'm going to do is use KSQL to join the Wikipedia events with the language mappings, so we will have the actual languages as part of the event. So let's go to KSQL and try it out a bit. So here we are in KSQL. And you can see that it knows that we have Wikipedia, and that is a stream. And we can also see that we have Wikipedia language map, which is a table, even though it is in Kafka. That if you need to know more about it, you can take a look. We have a blog post about the stream table duality. We have a bunch of presentations about it. Let's go to the query editor. And the first, if we want to query a table, because it doesn't continuously get that many updates, the first thing we want to do is tell KSQL to allow us to query past data. So we say auto offset reset equals earliest. And then we do select star from Wikipedia language map. And the autocomplete is fantastic because that would be a lot of typing. And then we run the query. It takes a bit of time. And you can see the results right here. So if it's ZH Wikipedia, the language is Chinese. If it's VO Wikipedia, the language is Volapük, I guess. If it's IT Wikipedia, the language is Italian, and so on. The nice thing about KSQL is that it also allows you to do continuous queries running in the background. So instead of just running the query right now on past data and seeing the results, you can do the join and tell it to join on all the new events that's coming in from Wikipedia continuously and create a totally new topic with all those enriched events. So this is basically what we did here. You can see that we have Wikipedia edits, which is a new stream, which means that it's a new topic. And you can see that it's basically a small modification on the timestamp, all the data from the Wikipedia channel and the language added in. And you can see it's a result of joining Wikipedia with Wikipedia language map. And this is the output goes to Wikipedia edits. So let's inspect Wikipedia edits. And let's just look at few because this is a continuous stream. It can be a bit long if we just let it run forever. Okay, and here we are. You can see the event, and you can see that now it tells us that this is in Chinese because it wasn't clear before. And here it is. This is in English, and the next one is also in English. Fantastic. So now we have these enriched events. Remember, the last step is to send it to Google BigQuery. So let's take a look at how we do that. We do it with another connector. This time it's going to be a sync connector. And we can see another pre-existing connector for Wikipedia BigQuery Wikipedia edits, and it reads two topics, Wikipedia edits and Wikipedia. So we are sending to BigQuery both the enriched events and the raw events. If we'll take a peek inside, you can see that we're using a connector from WePay that we like a lot. A lot of people use it in production. And you can see right here that we're basically taking those two topics, mapping them to two tables. Wikipedia becomes Wikipedia source. This is my project. This is the data set. So, and then in order to authenticate to BigQuery, I'm using this JSON file that is actually on a machine on the cloud. So let's go to Google BigQuery and take a look. Okay, we can see my project here. We can see the Wikipedia dataset. That's good news. And we can see that we already have Wikipedia edits, which is fantastic. So the next thing to do is to query the table and see that we have any data here. So let's just do select, and let's just select two rows just to make sure that we actually have data here. And you can see the results. So someone edited this page, this channel, and let's make sure we have the language. And here we have the language. This is pretty cool, but let's try to do some. We got the data all the way over here so we can do some analytics. So let's run something a bit more analytical. Let's try to see what proportion of the events is going to be is written in any language, which is the dominant language in Wikipedia. So we want to select the language, and then we want a ratio. So we do count of all the rows divided by sum of all the rows from all the counts. I hope that's correct. My SQL is a bit rusty. Okay. Let's run the query. And you can see that basically the majority of events is in English with some French and some Chinese thrown in. Now that we have the data in BigQuery, we can do some fancy things on it. We can try to explore the data in Data Studio, all kinds of nice things. So just to sum things up, here we are. We created a new cluster. We wrote some events. We consumed some events. Then we used Kafka Connect to get events from Wikipedia to the Kafka cluster. We used KSQL to kind of play around with the data we had and we enrich it. And then we wrote the events to BigQuery where we can see it and query it. And here we are 5 minutes later, and we have a small data pipeline. Enjoy the rest of the day.